In Group C, we have the next set of them, and just 3 of them in Group C. This Group C now has to do with timing. So number 15 talks about prudent use of time. Prudent use of time. Time management. Proper time management. Proper budget of time. Proper budget of time. Proper time management. Number 16 has to do with the right timing of the steps they took. The right timing. You remember the story of the 5 wise virgins and the story and the 5 foolish virgins in Matthew chapter 25. Now, the main takeaway from that story is the need for us to find out whatever we need to do ahead of time and get it done ahead of time. Get it done on time. The 5 foolish virgins eventually did what was needful, but it was too late. So there are times where the timing of what you do can affect your chances. So it's not just about doing it, but if you do it too late in the day, it can lead to loss of opportunity. So right timing of the steps they took. So some people took certain steps at the right time. At the right time. You know, your ability to see that you cannot live your life. You can't live the rest of your life, you know, the way it is now. And accept that reality on time will help you to take a major decision. Now, some people are having it so bad today because they refuse to accept that reality on time. Later in life, when it dawned on them, it was too late. Even though they were now ready. There are times where you need to make up your mind to go back to school. Back to school. Go back and study a particular course that will be more useful in your present equation. And the fact that you could take that decision on time will become a major game changer in your subsequent story. So the right timing of the steps they took. Number 17, the habit of setting dates and deadlines for their goals and assignments. The habit of setting dates and deadlines for their goals and assignments. Those, it's like you are praying and asking God, Lord, those who have similar destinies like mine, and they have gone ahead of me and they have succeeded to great heights in their own destiny, which is similar to mine. Lord, what are the things that affected them? What are the things they did that I would also need to do in order to also fulfill a similar destiny? And these are some of the things being mentioned now. The next one is Group D. And Group D is very critical because Group D deals with character and your choice of relationships. Character and your choice of relationships. So Group D, number 18, under Group D we have number 18, their character. Can somebody say character? So the character of men and women has played a major role in their fortunes in life. There are doors that have been opened through talent, exceptional talent and skill, but that door was closed too fast because of lack of character. Lack of character. Number 19, their attitude. Their attitude. Attitude towards people generally. Attitude towards, some specific people, especially those that you will be exposed to in your own path in life. There are people you are never going to meet one-on-one all your lifetime. But there are some people you will meet in the journey of life, and there are some you are going to meet them and you will never meet them again. You are going to meet them for some time, like those your lecturers in school, especially in the primary and secondary school. You may never meet them again. Your attitude. Then number 20, their behavior. Their behavior. Number 21, their show of love. The fruit of the Spirit is a fundamental asset to any man or woman, to any believer that will go far in life. Possessing and manifesting the fruit of the Spirit. Show of love. One, the foundational fruit of the Spirit of God in the life of a believer is love. Is love. Is love. So their show of love. Number 22, their patience. Their patience. Many of the people today you see having things good, enjoying a much more better life. You know, being able to celebrate accomplished goals. They got to that point because of patience. They got there because of patience. And you know, as the journey of life goes on, you will see many people will go fast through shortcuts. Many people will go fast through, you know, the wrong means, which must be kept secret. But later on, in the very long run, you'll discover that those that were assumed to have been left behind, they eventually catch up. Because they are coming up steadily. And at a point in time, there is going to be an acceleration in their movement. And they are going to keep on going up, never to come down. Just like it happened for Joseph. Joseph had his own time of trials, and he refused to cut corners. He refused to compromise. And that slowed him down. But when his turning point came, from that time, Joseph kept on rising and rising. Your story will be greater than that of Joseph. Their patience. Number 23, their kindness. Their kindness. And we have seen situations where the kindness of a man thus opens doors for him, not only for him, but even for his own children. Even for his own children. Their kindness. Number 24, their faithfulness. Yes, their faithfulness. This is one of the things that is rare now. Things like faithfulness, things like integrity, things like honesty, things like loyalty. These are things that are very rare. But your faithfulness will open great doors in the days ahead. And great achievers, a lot of them, you could see testimonies of faithfulness. Faithfulness that they have displayed wherever they are. And then number 25, their humility. Their humility. Their humility. We've said a lot of things on this subject. You would even discover that someone that is not properly qualified, if the person is humble, can remain on the seat, remain in a position, if the person is humble, even though the person is not extremely competent. But because the person is not proud, the person is humble, because when people are humble, you are reluctant, to get rid of them. It's very hard to find a wife that is faithful, a wife that is faithful and submissive and humble, being divorced by her husband. Being divorced by the husband. The worst you will hear is that the husband is messing up. That is normally what will happen. But for the husband to say he can never live with this woman again, if you check very well, there will be very clear signs of lack of humility in the life of that woman. So those who have succeeded, including marriage, one of the reasons they succeeded as wives is their humility. Their humility. People, your ability to accept correction at your workplace, accept correction, in your place of operations, it's going to help you a lot. Because you may make the mistake of walking out of an environment where you still had great glory waiting to manifest. And I can tell you, the people today that have been celebrated at the top, go and check it out. Somewhere along the line, as they were growing up there, moving on, before they got to the top, there were times they were seriously chastised. There were times they were seriously rebuked. There were times they were even suspended. There were times it appeared as if they were ignored. But they didn't walk out. They didn't leave. Because the spirit of pride will be telling you it's time for you to leave. Do they know who you are? Do they know who you are? The spirit of pride. That's how it speaks. And would want you to walk out of an environment where you are being corrected. And sometimes you are the one that actually deserves a particular thing or deserves to be given a particular opportunity. But in God's plan and workings in your life, He would deliberately arrange a situation where you are not given what you are the best person for. Just to prune you in the school of humility. In the school of humility. Because eventually, when you learn to be patient, even when you are being denied of what you are entitled to, eventually what should be given to you will certainly be given to you. Number 26, their temperance. Their level of temperance. Number 2, and that is closely related to 27, their level of self-control. Self-control and self-discipline. These are secret, powerful factors that affected our parents, affected our grandparents, are affecting our elder ones today in every realm of life, including spiritual fathers in the kingdom of God. These are factors that have affected people everywhere. And these are factors that will also affect you. Number 28, their selfless spirit. Their selfless spirit. Oh yes. Because eventually, something will become clear. Whether you are just pretending, to be loyal, you are pretending to be loving, you are pretending to be committed because of something you are hoping to get. So when eventually you don't get those things, you shock everybody, because certain things that you are doing supposedly out of kindness stops. But if you were doing it with a selfless spirit, even in the times where you are disappointed, it still cannot change your person, because that is just who you are. It is who you are. And when people eventually discover that you have a selfless spirit, that the good things you do is not necessarily with a motive, you'll be singled out. And certain things will be given to you, done for you, that will not ordinarily be given to others. Number 29, their level of integrity. Their level of integrity. This is another major factor, their level of integrity. Oh, that man is always truthful. That woman is always a very honest woman. He is very responsible. She is very trustworthy, dependable. Your level of integrity. Number 30, their level of loyalty. Their level of loyalty. A lot of the people today that you see in high places, at the very top, One of the factors, for some of them, top 3 factors that got them there is their level of loyalty. Their level of loyalty. Their level of loyalty. Number 31, the use of their tongue. The use of their tongue. Are you seeing certain people today that ought to be at a particular point and they are not there? They missed it because of the use of their tongue. Choice of words, even the tone of your voice, the tone of your voice. Your level of confidentiality. How discreet are you? How discreet are you? Many people had to be dropped because it was observed that they are not discreet. And the position or the level they were to rise up into demands a lot of confidentiality.